I am playing Lord of the Rings, living card game, living card game, living card game. I am playing Lord of the Rings, plus expansions, plus expansions, plus expansions. It is a game. Lord of the Rings, the living card game, is based on the works of fantasy writer Junior R. Tolkien. At its most basic, you and your friends are going to be pitting your heroes and your deck full of good things and questing against an encounter deck of bad things. Oh, so many bad things. Now, it's a game for 1 to 4 players, but in this review, I'm going to be concentrating on solo play. And the reason for that is, well, we don't need to go into that. Actually, I think one of the reasons why I've played Lord of the Rings solo more often than not is because I dread explaining how to play this game to friends. It's not that it's complicated, it's just that it's wide, with 7 phases per round, and each of those phases putting you in impossibly difficult situations that have implication for the further phases that you do. For example, most actions that your heroes or allies will do will exhaust them, meaning they're unable to perform anything else for the rest of the round. Let's take questing, an early phase where our brave adventurers try and push through to the end of their journey. To progress in the game, I've got to add progress tokens to the current stage of the quest, which means beating this threat level in the staging area. This means I need to bring in heroes and allies with their questing ability to beat the 6 for a total of 7. That's 1 progress, please.
Hold on. It's my go now.
Wait, what? But that's right, because at this stage, the encounter deck has its go, and it's going to reveal a new danger onto the board. In this case, it's 2 threat, so not only have I made no progress, I've increased my threat meter. Another bad thing. And hooray, the card from the encounter deck is also an enemy. I'll have to defend against that later, with the small amount of good guys I've got left.
I have stitched you right up.
And at this point, I'm juggling several terrible factors in my head. First of all, I've got to get some threat out of the staging area. Otherwise it will just build and build and build until I won't be able to quest anymore. Now, I can do this by travelling to a location.
Plus, you'll have to fully explore it before you quest again.
Now, some threat will get taken down because the monsters have a threat level. And if my threat meter is higher than their threat level, then I have to attack them. I could also voluntarily attack them if I wanted to. But fighting monsters is hard because when they come down, I've got to consider, are they going to kill any of my people? Who's going to get hurt this round? And also, can I kill them? Because if I don't kill them, they're going to keep attacking me every round. And this encounter deck here could bring another devilish monster to fight me. Ugh! And this is why Lord of the Rings is so amazing. A game designed to beset you from all sides. You've got your threat meter, which at minimum goes up 1 every round until it reaches 50 and you're dead. You've got this encounter card full of monsters, treacheries and horrible locations. It wants to hurt you. And although the draw of the cards is of course completely random, it can sometimes seem prescient in its ability to get you at your most vulnerable point. To win at this game, you've got to get the maximum value out of every ally, event and attachment in your deck and use your hero's abilities to their best. So could I recommend Lord of the Rings, the living card game? I think with the base game, it's definitely worth a punt. It's a great example of fighting evil in cardboard form. I still remember my first time playing it, my complete disbelief at the encounter deck and all of the terrible things that it was doing to me. And my allies and heroes seemed rather useless until I started working out that actually cards that at first glance didn't seem to have much value did. You see, what it comes down to is working out how to tug and loosen the cogs of this evil machine. But the base game actually means you're missing out on one of the funnest parts of Lord of the Rings, the living card game, and that's deck building. There's nothing more fun than creating your own custom deck of new heroes, allies and attachments to bring in to fight against new quests. But that being said, it's now time to take us to Caveat Corner. Now, the expansions for Lord of the Rings can bring some remarkable twists onto the base structure of the game, but not all quests are born equal. Lord of the Rings is not the most streamlined of games, even at the best of times, and some quests can end up as boggy as a day trip to the Dead Marshes. Rules are added upon rules, which means that you are checking, rechecking and reviewing the state of play just so that you know where you are. My other main caveat is that the first half of the game, where you're low on resources, allies and attachments, is always the sweetest. But as you start to get the measure of the game, some quests it's so easy to ramp up into power until only the worst bad luck is going to stop you. So that's really it from Caveat Corner. Despite the fact that Lord of the Rings can be a bit stodgy, can sometimes be not as streamlined, it is at its base level really fun, and when it gets it right, it's oh so right. So yes, I heartily recommend Lord of the Rings, the living card game, particularly for solo play. It is definitively the most fun you can have on your own.